The whole masking thing is sort of like becoming exhausting in a way because I know you're not like supposed to always do it or anything like that, but for me, it's like really, really just automatic. And most of the time, I don't even realize I'm doing it until like halfway through the conversation with somebody. And I'll be thinking to myself, like, am I even, am I even being myself right now? Or am I just, being somebody that they would want to, have a conversation with? And being myself around other people, it makes me anxious in like a weird way. I don't know if like anybody knows what I mean, but like it just makes me anxious. And then sometimes that like overwhelming anxiety of that makes me go like super nonverbal. I'll be quiet, and then I'll start to like overthink and be like, am I being like weirdly quiet now? Like, am I like weirdly just silent, like not saying a single word, like that type of thing? Like, should I be saying something? Like, technically, should I be saying something? I also stutter a lot. Like, I'll be tripping over my words, and then that'll like make it worse, because then I'll be thinking to myself like, damn, the person I'm talking to right now probably thinks like I can't talk or something like that, and I'll start to overthink that shit, and then that'll be worse, especially when I mispronounce stuff. It'd be making me like flustered in a way. And then like sometimes after like I'll like stutter a lot or mispronounce a lot of words, like I kind of like verbally just shut down. Also, like when I'm in like group settings, and I noticed this about myself a lot recently, I look around at people a lot when I'm in like group settings and stuff like that. And, sometimes when I do that, I feel a little like, I feel a little out of place in a way. Like I feel like, and like I feel like feeling like, am I even supposed to be here? Which is like kind of like a weird way to think in my mind, like when I say it out loud. But it's like I still think that way. Like, am I supposed to be here? Sometimes if I'm around friends and stuff, I'll like see people, like people around me, they'll like look at their phones or something like that to kind of like maybe avoid the awkwardness or like avoid the silence that we're in, which I do get because it's like a little awkward. But since I'm already like on like this path of like being less on my phone or like being on social media less, a lot more, I don't really do it. And the main reason I don't really do it too when I'm around friends and stuff like that, like when I'm around my friends, is mainly just because, I'm pretty much where I want to be. Like, even though like I have like some anxiety or I feel the awkwardness, it doesn't like make me like want to get on my phone, if that makes sense. Like, I'm fine with like going out and like not really touching my phone at all, like not texting anybody or anything like that. And I think it's just because like back when I was like a kid and stuff like that, when I was like going outside a lot with friends, I never really went on my phone. I was mainly just hanging out like with the people I was already texting. So it was like I was cool with just talking to them normally. So I'm just cool with that type of thing. Also, whenever I'm in like the process of getting to know somebody, or trying to get to know them on a level that's not like on a super deep level, but like that layer that's like right underneath the surface, you know? I just start naturally, at least to me it's natural. I just kind of naturally like try to like make some small talk, or like not even small talk. I ask like a bunch of questions, and like I feel like after I heard a term where it's like you don't want to feel like you're interviewing somebody when you're talking to them. I feel like I be interviewing people. Like now it's like, damn, am I interviewing them? Because it's just like, it's almost like question, question, question. And I try to give them like room to ask me stuff. And then I'll like and then I'll overthink. And I'll be like, damn, maybe they're not asking me shit because they just don't really care to like, you know, become like cool or like friends or something like that, which is fine. But then I'll start to like overthink, like, damn, maybe I'm like, you know, doing a little bit too much. And I'll kind of just like, I'll stop asking questions or whatever, but then I'll kind of like I'll like treat the next person like that. Like I won't really ask much of anything really. And I'll be like really like, I guess the word would be reserved. Like I'll be real reserved, like talking to them and everything like that. So like when it comes to, I guess, masking around people and why it's just becoming harder is mainly just because usually when I do mask, it's more like I kind of mirror what the other person is doing in a way. Like I'll mirror when they laugh at stuff, or, you know, like just mirror them, like mirror who they are kind of as a person instead of just being myself. Because I feel like if I'm being myself, they'll just think I'm like super, super weird, you know? And then they probably won't want to hang out with me. And then like the thought of like people not want to hang out with me is like, it gives me more anxiety too. Because it's like, damn, like am I that like off-putting type of thing? And so it makes pursuing like a romantic connection, especially purposefully making sure I'm not masking, like a little bit harder, because like I'm being myself while talking to them, and, you know, just talking about like interests I might have or things I do for like hobbies and stuff like that. And then like seeing like, I guess like seeing like the attraction disappear is like, damn. It's like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have like been myself. Like that's kind of like the thought I'll just keep getting, because it's like it's nothing for somebody to like find you attractive and everything like that, like for them to look at you and say, oh, like they're cute or whatever. But when you kind of like start really like being yourself, and then you see like that attraction fade away, like whether it's just like the way they talk to you, or like the text responses just get slower and slower and slower. At least for me, I just be thinking, I'm like, damn, you know, I shouldn't have did that shit. Like it just stings a little bit. But that's all I got for today though. Be easy.